Hi everyone, thank you for joining me in this upper body strengthening session. I've put together some exercises that are going to really help you develop that nice, secure but soft contact down through the reins to your horse's mouth. So let us get you started thinking about your posture with a nice light head, elastic spine, soft shoulders, arms and hands. Nice regular breathing into the base of your lungs. Soft knees and equal weight through your feet. And then we're going to start by combining some tucks and turns with your neck. So a little tuck in with your chin, keep that little tuck as you turn to one side, and keep that little tuck as you turn to the other side. You want to keep that tuck all the way through. That's going to really help you to work your deep neck muscles. They're really key for stability through your neck. Also, they really help you with your whole balance mechanisms as well. So although that's not a direct benefit to your upper body strength, it's still a really important element when it comes to the role of your neck muscles. Okay, then relax through your neck, soften through your knees if they weren't already soft. Reach up with one arm, big breath in, down, and reach up, big breath in. Now as you go down, nice relaxed breath out. And again, big breath in at the top, and breathe out. Bring that arm back down by your side. We're going to do the same with the other side. So soften your knees, reach up, big breath in. Reach out, breathe out as you go down. Ooh, hair's doing something strange. Reach up and down, breathe out. And one more time, reach up and breathe out as you go down and round. Flick the hair out of the way, jolly good. Okay, let's go to the end of your mat with your feet together and your knees nice and soft. Hands on the front of your thighs, tuck your chin into your chest. And slide your hands down the front of your legs, curling up through your spine as you go. Nice breath in at the bottom. And then breathe out. Slide your hands back up, tuck down with your pelvis, and you're stacking your vertebrae up through the whole of your spine. Make sure your chin is the last bit to come up. And again, chin into your chest. Slide your hands down. This time really focus on moving every single vertebra one at a time. Neck, upper back, mid back, low back, then your pelvis. Another breath in at the bottom, and then breathe out, tuck down with your pelvis, and really feel that you're stacking low back, mid back, upper back, through your neck, and then your chin. And I appreciate if you're doing this first thing in the morning, it isn't so easy. One more time, chin into your chest, and again slide your hands down, curling up as tight as you can as you go. Breathe in at the bottom. Breathe out, bend your knees, and we're going to go down onto your mat, and we're going to start off on your front doing the swan dive. So at home, I'd like you to be facing down. I'm going to face you so you can hear me a little bit better. Arms out to the side, elbows bent to about 90 degrees. Bring your shoulder blades back and down. Lift your tummy away from that imaginary puddle of water underneath you. We're going to start just lifting through your head and neck. You want to make sure that it's just your head and neck and that you're looking face down and not looking ahead as you go. So you're down into the floor, keeping your shoulder blades back and down, keeping your tummy away from that puddle of water. Then, if that's a little bit easy, you can have a go with your arms. So you're lifting arms, head and neck all together. Try to keep breathing. Try to keep your pelvic floor onto floor 3. Keep that tummy away from the floor. If you're doing this and going really far, you're sinking through your tummy, you're hinging through your low back, and that's just not so good for your whole body in total. But it means you're locking up through your back, you're locking your back muscles, locking those joints. We want that area to be a little bit softer. So by using your tummy muscles to hold you there, you can achieve that a little bit more easily. Okay, we're going to move on to your hundreds. And again, I'd like you to be facing down if you can. I'm going to go sideways so you can hear me better. Shoulder blades back and down. Tummy once again away from that imaginary puddle of water underneath you. Pelvic floor onto floor 3. And you're going to pat those little imaginary puddles of water by the sides, moving from your shoulders. Now, if you've got space, you can bring your arms out to the side with each pat that you do. And then you can bring them back in, down by your sides, always keeping shoulder blades back and down, tummy away from the puddle of water, and make sure that you continue to breathe nicely. Also watch that your bottom muscles stay relaxed. So sometimes I see people getting really rigid, feet come off the floor, bottom gets really tight. Make sure that your bottom is staying nice and relaxed. So you're using just your tummy muscles to hold you into this position. Okay, bring your arms back down by your side one more time if they were up. And then we're going to prop up onto your forearm into your leg pull position. So hands together, looking at your hands, pelvic floor onto floor 3. Lift your pelvis and slowly back down. As you do that lift, try to keep your head still. So watch you don't dip down as you do the lift. Upper body stays still, head stays still. It's just your pelvis that's on the move. Now, if that feels easy, tuck your toes underneath your feet, and you've now got 2 options. You can lift your pelvis, then your knees, lower your knees, lower your pelvis, or you can do knees and pelvis together and then lower them together. Just a word of caution, some people, me included some days, the back doesn't really like being in this position. As you tuck your toes underneath your feet, it makes the arch in your back that much greater and it can be a little uncomfortable. If that is you, just stick to doing the feet flat version. Otherwise, see if you can have a go with doing one of the 2 versions anyway, with your toes tucked under. We're looking for a smooth lift and a smooth lower, keeping the breathing. If you can, keep your pelvic floor onto floor 3 and try to keep that upper body really nice and still. It's hard work around your shoulders, but it's a really, really good exercise. You don't need to be trying to hold it. We're not out for plank world records or anything unhelpful like that. It's just the control lift and the controlled back down. Let's do one more. Okay, then we're going to go onto your side. We're going to do your side bend. You can do this flat on your side if you get any shoulder discomfort, but if you can do it in the propped up version, that would be great. I'll give you all the different levels that you can do, and then you can choose which one you want to do. Straight line, shoulders, headlights to knees, knees at 90 degrees, pelvic floor onto floor 3. We'll start just by synchronising, lifting the pelvis as you take your top arm over your head. If that's easy, float to the top leg. So this, you can make it harder even if you're lying flat, because your shoulder doesn't like being propped up. You can still make it harder just by lifting the top leg. And if that's easy, you can have a go adding in that top leg straightening as well. Just really focus on that lovely synchronisation and the control. Now obviously it's not just all the muscles around your shoulder that are working with this, your tummy muscles, your hip muscles, everything's working pretty much. But it's still a really good one for those shoulders. Okay, let's whiz round and do the same thing the other way. And exactly the same rules apply if your shoulder doesn't like this. Just go flat, it's absolutely fine. Straight line, knees at 90, pelvic floor onto floor 3, and we'll start just by lifting and lowering, looking for that nice synchronisation of lift and lower. If that's easy, float your top leg. And of course this is where you can start to add in these harder bits if you want to, even if you're flat on your side. Okay, then we're going to add in straightening the top leg. So we're looking to really synchronise and control. Synchronise the lift, synchronise the lower. Lots of control, particularly on the way back down. You don't want to be landing with a thump any more than you want to be landing with a thump in the saddle. Do 2 more. Last one. Okay, I would like you to sit now with your hands behind you, with your fingers pointing in towards your bottom. Try to have your hands a reasonable distance away from you. If they're right underneath you, it makes this exercise really quite hard. So a reasonable distance away. If your fingers don't like turning in, because your wrists don't like it, have your hands turned out. It's not quite as easy though. Okay, we're going to do your tricep dips. So do really watch as you do this movement that you bend through your elbows. Your triceps run down the back of your arm from your shoulders to your elbows. So it's by doing the bending and straightening of your elbows that you really work them. If that's a little easy and you want a challenge, lift your pelvis and then do a few from here. Now just watch that you're not doing that. That's a different exercise. That's your leg pull. You want to be moving from your elbows to get to that bend and straighten, that lift and lower. But we won't do loads. couple more. Lovely. Okie doke. We're going to go onto your hands and knees now. And I'd like you with your hands under your shoulders or just in front of your shoulders, knees underneath your hips and your toes tucked underneath your feet. If your toes don't like this position, you can roll a towel and pop it underneath the front of your feet and you can get a little bit of a lift that way. Okay, pelvic floor onto floor 3, lift your knees just off the floor. Now you should see mine are probably about an inch, maybe an inch and a half, that's enough. And then come back down. We're really not trying to go up to here. That doesn't actually achieve a huge amount. You want that little lift and slowly back down. That little lift is perfect for transferring your weight through your shoulders and making those shoulder muscles work super hard. Okay, we're going to stay in that lift now and see if we can do some foot flicks. So you're maintaining that lift, that same position, not getting higher, not getting lower, and you're just pointing each foot in turn. So this is a real challenge. Your upper body and your back and your tummy and your hip muscles have got to hold you securely in that position whilst you're doing the foot movements. Try to remember to breathe. Try not to hold your breath. Keep the breathing. Lovely. Okay, bring yourselves back down again. That's really quite a challenge. And then take your bottom back. So you're resting your bottom onto your heels if you can get that far. If you can't, just pause wherever feels comfortable. Leave your hands out in front. And lower your head so you can take a couple of nice, relaxed, deep breaths. Then bring your hands towards your knees. And I'd like you to come so that you are sitting. And try to make sure you've got equal weight down through your seat bones. Then bring your hands together, turn them over as you push forwards and reach up and bring your arms back down. And again, reach forwards and up and bring your arms back down. We're going to do that one more time. Again, reach forward and up. Open your arms into a V shape and then bring your arms back down by your sides. Rest your hands in your lap and do some nice shoulder rolls just to make sure there's no tension still left in your shoulders and your arms. And then I'd like you just to relax through your upper body, soften through your arms, focus on that feeling of equal weight through your seat bones, an elastic spine with your head floating upwards and your arms feeling soft. We're going to finish there. Some of those are quite hard, so it can be quite irritating for the shoulders doing too much weight bearing on your arms, so I don't like to make these sessions too long for the upper body, but hopefully you found some of that useful. If you found one side much harder than the other, there's some homework for you. So don't forget to pop back next week and see if you can carry on, or preferably do a few more of these sessions during the week. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. The little button should appear at the bottom of this video in just a second. Otherwise, look after yourselves and I'll see you very soon.